Ladies and gentlemen, Vince here. Today I'm trying out a whole bunch of games that claim that you can make some revenue from your mobile phone by playing them, but are they actually worth the time and effort? There is a ton to talk about today. I hope you all enjoy. First up, we have GravFort Nexus. So whenever we have an application claimed to be like a Plinko type of app, you always have to be worried, okay? Let me just break down my experience. This is what it looks like when you first launch it up, and you'll see straight away it's nothing like a casino game or anything along those lines. Simply tapping the screen will drop the balls. As I said, everyone, it's a very basic Plinko game, and then it will prompt you with an advertisement pretty much straight away. You see, they want you to watch ads to generate more diamonds, and at least this is what I had to do for my testing today. I found they play an ad no matter what you do, by the way, so they kind of like force you into watching that double reward. So while dropping the little balls from the ceiling, obviously you want to try and collect as many diamonds as possible, but as you can see, another mini game has just appeared. Again, you can think of this as like a filler mini game just to try and get you to watch another ad. And yes, there's another advertisement again. So at least in my experience, every single 30 seconds or so, you're going to get an ad prompt, everyone. So you really have to be on guard for that. If you don't like ads, you're definitely not going to like this little Plinko game. So there's another advertisement. In a span of around a minute 30, we've seen 3 advertisements already. And there's another prompt straight away, and then another ad plays almost instantly. This is probably some of the most aggressive ad placements, man. Now listen, I understand why these developers need to have the advertisements, trying to give you a little bit of the revenue split from their ad payments. And there's the next ad. So that's about 6 ads in around 2 minutes or so. Insanity. The funny thing is, this is what the scam apps used to do back in the day, everyone. I did just want to say, if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube every single week, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for all your amazing support. Now, at the top of the screen, you have your little diamond currency. You can see I have 1,381 from watching those ads and collecting a little bit from the board. Next, we have a timer. Every 3 hours, those diamonds convert into supposed PayPal currency. To the left of that, we have our little in-game currency of coins, which we can buy more of the balls to drop. And as I was talking, an advertisement just played again, unprompted, so they actually force the ads as well. So that's 7 ads in around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm sure you guys have seen a Plinko game before, okay? It's not rocket science. Now, looking at the actual cash out screen, it states that we can redeem our diamonds for USD currency, again supposedly after the 3 hours. Just think about Just Play, everyone. It has the exact same concept, okay? Now for this review, I actually played for 2 hours straight and generated 26,628 of the diamonds, and that converted into 24 cents worth of USD currency, everyone, which is extremely low in my opinion. I did actually redeem that 24 cents, and it did hit my PayPal account within about 5 minutes, my own personal experience here in Australia. Putting yourself through that many ads for that small amount of revenue just doesn't seem worth it at all, by the way. But for the sake of the review, I can say that GravFort Nexus did actually come through for me personally. I have no idea what it would do in your country, but at least now you know. Let's move on. Next, we have a game called Krazy Kitchen. So look, Krazy Kitchen promises revenue by you guys just using the application. At the top left corner of the screen, you have your balance. You'll see here I have 27,000 of the coins, which converts into 2 cents. Simply pressing the start button, it's going to bring up the screen with this little chef with falling through. And this is literally all it is, everyone, okay? I kid you not. Bottom of the screen, you have a timer, and the longer you keep that timer going, aka the longer you stay on the screen, the more supposed revenue that you can actually generate per hour. At the top of the screen, already you'll see that I have 0.0021 worth of a USD cent. Let me just break this down for you. I let this run for 1 hour straight, okay? And I managed to get 2 cents worth of currency of the app on my phone, watching ads non-stop. Because if you didn't know, that's what these apps do. They watch ads in the background, alright? Which I don't even know how that's even legal from an ad point of view, but whatever. Essentially, 10,000 of the coins convert into 1 cent USD. And while they do have many cash out options, which I have to give the Givey applications credit where credit is due, this is the one thing they do excel at, and they do have low minimum cash outs as well, for multiple cash outs, okay? But notoriously, they have some of the lowest offer prices on the market by far, at least here in Australia, and I'm pretty sure in your own country as well. These days, apps like these I just do not see any use for unless you're like a phone farmer that just has extra data they want to waste per month. In the past, the Givey applications have come through for me, everyone, within a few days as well. It's just not really worth it for me here in Australia. Let's move on. Next, we have a game called Krazy Kart Make Money. I have to say, this one's actually an interesting little concept, okay? If you take like Super Mario Kart or something like that and try and mix it in with an online revenue generating game, you'll probably get something like this. It literally drops you into the game straight away, everyone, okay? You have little missiles at the bottom of the screen, and obviously your goal is not to hit any of the traffic, which I might do. Oh, so close. Now, the longer you survive for, the more points you get, okay? And you're gonna see these massive runaway cars, or trucks, it all depends, coming down the road. What I like to do is go behind them and actually boost behind them because they clear the entire roadway out. Simply swiping up or down will either break your cart, so you slow down, or of course you boost up. Pretty straightforward. Now, as you can see, this ambulance is actually clearing the way for us, dude, so we're generating a whole bulk load of points. Now, the question is, are the points that we're generating actually going to be worth it from a money point of view? Again, the game's concept is very straightforward, so I've got to give them credit on that as well. I noticed, though, once I get to this point where I'm really damaged, my phone slows down. Oh, and that's it. Okay, it's over. So we managed to snag 120 of the points. That's literally all the game is, by the way. In fact, it actually updated again. We now have 78, so that must have actually included the streak then. So we have various cryptocurrencies available here, everyone, or we have USD currency, which is the PayPal. Now, for PayPal currency, you need $10 minimum, and you have to wait 10 days. Today's video, though, I went with the IOTA withdrawal, everyone, since it's the one they recommend. You will have to convert your balance, though, so you can see my 78 there of the credits. If I tap convert now, it says I'll get 14 million of the IOTA currency. Let me just lock that in, and now tapping on the withdraw button, it's going to ask you for a wallet ID. Now, the winner game developers recommend the nightly wallet, by the way. At the top of the screen, you'll find your wallet ID, so keep that in mind, you'll need that. Now, for last night's review, I started off with 0 of the currency. I grinded all the way up to 705 of the currency in 1 hour, and then I withdrew 131 million of the IOTA currency, because I got that converted from 705 of the winner game currency. And before that hit my wallet, I had 11 cents. And then after, I had 13 cents. So 2 cents USD currency, everyone, my IOTA balance went up. Now, is that a lot? Absolutely not. And is that worth it? More than likely not either. The only plus side is that it is crypto, so it does have the chance to grow, but again, you can do so much better things with your time, in my opinion. So that's my review on Krazy Kart Make Money. You do whatever you want with that information. Next, I want to give you an update on Gem Racer Pixel Prizes. So everyone, some pretty big updates to Gem Racer. If you didn't know, I did add a new car skin to the game called the Spider. Now, you can get these skins by simply playing the game. And if you don't know what this game is, this is my own little game that I created to try and give back to the Discord community. So the Super Gem Champion tournament for June is almost up. The top 3 players of Gem Racer will actually receive PayPal rewards. And this comes from my own pocket, by the way, and the revenue split from in-app purchases. So if you guys want to support the game and increase the leaderboard prizes, maybe consider purchasing 25,000 of the gems for 99 cents USD. You can now convert your trophies as well if you didn't know. The best advice I have for you is make sure you use the in-game abilities as soon as they're available, as they will protect you and make your game a lot easier. You do not have to invest anything into this, by the way, guys. You just have to be a good player. You can find a download link for Gem Racer in the description below, by the way. Let's move on. Next, we have Money Sort Bitcoin Collector. So this is what it looks like when you first launch it up. Top of the screen, you have your Satoshi, and then you have your fake in-game currency. Now, the actual levels look like this. All you need to do in this game, everyone, is drag your cash next to another pile of cash, which is the same amount, and then it merges together. And you can think of this as kind of like a little puzzle game, okay? Now, with the promise of earning real Satoshi, in my opinion, where that comes into play is with the advertisements that you see. Almost every single play and earn type of game has the same exact concept, everyone. What matters is how much they actually give. Now, for this review, I played this easily for around an hour and a half. And what I will say is that you will have an advertisement prompt almost every minute. So you would hope for something at least decent. At the bottom of the screen, there are abilities as well. Like right there, I'm just shuffling my cash around. Pretty straightforward. You can use your cash to actually buy more of the moves. At least here in Australia, I felt like I could get around 1 to 2 Satoshi per advertisement watched, if I was lucky. In fact, you can see here that I had a total of 59 Satoshi earned and a total of 59 redeemed. Now, my only issue is with these type of apps, everyone, is that sometimes they don't actually have any Satoshi to give you for the day, since it goes to your Zebedee wallet. And if you guys have ever played one of those apps before that promise Satoshi, you know what I'm talking about. Usually there's daily limits as well, of very small amounts. But surprisingly enough, everyone, when I did withdraw, they did send it to my Zebedee wallet straight away. So 59 Satoshi, which converted into 6 cents worth of USD currency for around an hour and a half of playing and watching ads. Again, very small amounts of money here. But something to always remember, cryptocurrency, it fluctuates every single day, okay? So what people like to do is build up amounts over time. Anyway, that's Money Sort Bitcoin Collector. You do whatever you want with that information, but at least now you know about it. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 money making reviews. I'll catch you all next time. Stay safe out there.